Okay, everybody, just got off work, came home and decided I want to put some beef jerky on. So I just got finished doing that. I didn't film it or nothing, but there it all is. It's in the dehydrator. So so I was thinking, you got to kind of excuse my voice, man. I've been sick, so that's why I haven't been doing much. But I haven't welded. I want to weld with some 309 stick rod. Here it is right here. Washington Alloy Company, 309 3/16 L 332s. I haven't welded with these rods. I've never welded with this brand. I've never heard of that brand before. That goes to tell you how long I've been out of the welding game. But when we used to weld with them and take tests, we used to take 2-inch pipe tests with them. You do a 309 bead and hot pass TIG, and then you do a 332 309 rod filler and cap. And but we always use ESOB. Like I said, I've never heard of these before. So what I'm going to do is I want to practice with these. And like I said, I haven't welded with them in years. So we're gonna do this together. It's gonna be not like I'm starting from scratch. I mean, you know, but like I said, I've never welded with them, so it's a new rod to me. So let's put this machine here on stick. It's on stick, and we're at about 80 amps. We're gonna drop down to about 65. You know, I know a lot of people on YouTube talk about setting amperage on machines. Man, to be honest with you, I've I welded for many years, and when you got one machine, like when I had my Lincoln 200 on my rig truck, you know, I welded with it every day, so I kind of knew what my amperage was. But when you go to these electric machines and other machines you're not used to, I mean, you got an idea where you need to start on certain rods, but it's all about looking at the puddle. You know, you got to see what that puddle's doing to really know what amperage you want to set your machine at. You know, if it's burning too cold and building up in the middle too high, then you know you're too cold. You need to turn it up. If it's burning super hot and it's slinging buckshot everywhere, like big old clods of buckshot, then you know you're burning too hot. You know, so you just gotta, it just takes welding, man. You gotta get, you know, under that hood and burn rods. I mean, that's what welding's all about. You know, you can't sit in a classroom and you can learn. I don't know all the terminology about welding. I'll be straight up with you, but I know what something's supposed to look like. I know what it's supposed to sound like, you know. So, you know, burning rods, you know, right out of high school, when I went to a welding trade school, you know, we didn't have no classroom time. It was all lab. It was all out in there, you know, using a torch. They taught you how to use a torch. Then they taught you what to set the torch at. And then they told you about the rods a little bit. It gave you an amperage to start off with, to start running, you know, beads with 6010. And back then it was the red rod. You know, it wasn't the 5P plus gray rods like it is nowadays. It was the old red rods. And you just sat there and welded and welded. I mean, you know, I went to school at night after I got off work, so it was from 6 to 10 o'clock, 5 nights a week. And but anyway, so yeah, you just got to get under the hood, man. Get under the hood and weld and burn rods. You know, that's what it's all about. That's how you're going to learn. So enough of me talking. So let's see what we can do with these rods here. I'm just going to do it on this piece of channel iron, like in that groove right there. I know it's not like a straight T-groove, T-butt, but you know, kind of get an idea anyways. I'm not going to weld a whole bunch. I'm just going to run a few rods, see how it does, and then I'll make a longer video probably on the weekend or something like that. So let's get with it. know, maybe I can get my son out here this weekend and he can hold the camera and look through a welding hood, so maybe you can see the puddle, you know. And I know it kind of stinks because I'm welding and you can't really see the puddle, you know. You kind of need to see the puddle to learn what's going on. That's another thing, welding with these 309s, I remember, man, that slag pops off of there, and you got to be careful because, man, it'll hit you in the face, it'll burn your face, it'll go down in your shirt, and you definitely want to be wearing glasses. And I'm gonna find one to be talking. I don't have on no glasses under my hood right now, so but let's see what we can do. That's another thing about these rods. You can't burn them all the way down like you do a regular low hydrogen, like a 7018. You can only burn probably a little bit better than half, and then it really gets really crazy. So, see, like that right there? I would say that is, which of course I didn't clean this up, nothing like that, you know, so no cleaning. I should have buffed it and ground it. You know, prep is very important when it comes to grinding. But right now, I would say that's a little cold, you know. So let me get you a little closer so we can look at it. See how right there at the beginning, it's a little cold and then it's beating up a little bit. So it's not the heat's definitely not right. So let's turn it up about, you know, 5 or 6 amps or so and see what happens. Oh yeah, see that slag right there? That's a lot better. That's a lot better. It's trying to pill up on its own right there. So let's look at it. Like I said, you gotta watch that slag, man. It'll pop you, it'll bust you good. Look at there. Now see, now we got the heat about right. And plus, you know, of course we welded 1 bead, so the metal got a little warmed up. And let's see what we are. We're at 75 amps. So I went up about 10 amps. So let's weld another. Let's weld a little more. See how that does. Like I said, I'll try to get my boy out here to hold the camera through a welding hood so we can see the puddle a little better. You know, the puddle on these 309 are super wet. You know, so it looks like it's got a lot of slag, and it's just a real wet rod. You know. But when you chip off the slag like that, I mean, you can see how pretty that is. So let's weld a little bit more. See, I had to pull off because you can see right there towards the end, it started getting real wet. The buckshot was going everywhere. Hey, Dave. My little girl just showed up. See, yeah, look at that. That looks a lot better. See that? Oh yeah, we got the heat looking good now for flat. See, look how red that is. Yeah, see, it gets nasty on you. So you can't use the whole rod. So watch them eyes. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's look at that again. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got that heat looking good, man. Looks good. Get a little bit of slag off right here. A little more. Let it cool off a little bit, and that slag will come off a lot easier. Look at there. That's not too bad. Some pretty good burning rods. cool off a little bit. Now this weekend, I'll do some vertical, and I'm sure that's going to be a mess because, like I said, I haven't welded with these rods in many years. So, but I got a little project coming up, and so I need to do some welding with it. But there you go, man. That's not bad for. I haven't welded with these rods, I bet you 10 years, man. 10 years. So that's not bad at all. Yep. All right, guys. Well, hopefully I'll see y'all this weekend. See you on the next one.